Last broadcast
We won't talk about what happened last run.
level Omega. Object on collision vector.
Needless to
Total
say,
station loss
something
expected.
happened that I've
Level
never
Epsilon.
seen before
Vesper Station 2 Europa Circus.
in this
We
intro
need
section.
assistance. Lives are in danger.
So hopefully I won't
Broadcast
ever see it
relinquished.
again, because it was very unfortunate. Is it going to be here? Is it going to be here? No. Oh, yes, it is. That'll deal with most of them. Okay, right. Do not shoot right.
Rating scan failed. Your gear
Okay, that
is
was a
out
pretty
of
clean
order.
start. Ah. Run, run, run. Okay. Let's see if what happened last run happens again. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Somehow the second one didn't go off. Good. Alright, we're chilling. We're going to get all the way up to Puppeteer, guaranteed, right? Because nothing ever goes wrong in these early ones. Never, ever. Mate, why are enemies just randomly, like, teleporting around like that? It's not fair. Alright, remember to pick this up after I refresh. Thank you. That goes like that. This goes like this. Boom, clean. That's what we like. 3. 3, 5. 3, 5. All right.
Threat level Omicron. Radiation detected.
What, it's over there? That's so unusual to see it starting back there. Normally it's in the middle platform the whole time. That's so weird. I'm glad I didn't just, like, yeet the parasite there without looking. Right. I can deal with the dust field. That's fine.
Central tower critically low.
Where did you even come from, mate? Did you just teleport all the way from the far end back here? Oh, this room is the worst for that, I swear. Is there something here? No. Am I gonna get both? Hell yeah, I am. Alright, nice. Alright, one of them's still up. At the back. Alright, now it's dead. Okay, L2, L3. Where's the other one? Oh, they're in a really awkward split. Oh, it's nearly... I nearly got on both with that. Okay.
Power at 60%.
Lots of lovely teleporting dregs again. Not quite as egregious though as the that one in the second room, but still annoying. Alright, where are you going? Going over here? Oh, and that just didn't hit the one on the left at all. That's annoying. Alright, chilling. Three. Wait, was one bad? No. Okay, so it's 3 and 4. Okay, no shanks. That was so weird. Yeah, sometimes the shanks just like don't appear. Okay, I got a lot of armor charge, that's good. So it should be 3 parasites to get it to open up. Ooh, I nearly died. Yeah, there we go. Bro, the shank tanked the shot. Or not? What happened there?
Re-engage Raging sound violence.
It's like it got confused and had to do like a double take because I hit the shank, but it went through and it hit, but it didn't, but then it did. It had that rollback netcode. Right. So I have this. Out of my way, please. Alright, please don't run away. Nice. Right, I just need to remember to turn that door off when I'm leaving again. Okay, there we go. Oh, I've got the cloak bug. Oh, I feels like I've got something stuck in my throat. Right, don't close that one. Oh, this is bad. That doesn't normally happen there. Normally it tries to do an attack on me, but it doesn't try to integrate. I realised a little bit too late as well, like my reaction to that was delayed because I was so not expecting it. So yeah, I could have easier... Oh, I could have more easily like run backwards if I'd clocked it earlier. Because I just thought it was a normal attack, I just kept running and then was like, oh dear. Okay. Please no softlock, Bungie. I would very much appreciate not having to reset because the game doesn't work properly. Resetting because I've made a mistake? Sure, I can live with that. I've done that many times. But I've also had to reset many times because the game doesn't work. Which kind of stings a little more when we're talking about the hardest dungeon in the game, especially on Hunter. So please, I ask, can the game work this time? Just this time, right? Because this is going to be the clear. Don't need any other times. Just this time and just for me. Leave it just as broken and unfixed for everyone else. Because by that point, I'll have done it. Because this runs the clear and I will never run this dungeon again, right? Deal? I'm only joking. Fix it for everyone, will you? You know, like you should have done, like, I don't know, 6 months ago. Anyway, enough moaning. Let's have good positive vibes, yeah? Let's get a nice, clean, 3-phase clear against this boss with no soft locks. Three. Row. And 8. 3, 8. Oh, hang on, let's clear this. Clear. 3, 8. Cool. Classic entitled gamer wanting a dungeon that works. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Now that you pointed it out, I regret my actions and my words. It's fine that the dungeon doesn't work. And barely has for months. Okay, 21. 5. 2, 2, 5. 3 last, 2, 5, 8. Right, spread the damage. We don't want to kill too many marauders. We don't want a machine priest. Alright, there we go. 3 last, 2, 5, 8. Right, so 8. Five, 2, 3 last. Then we leave a tangle as a trap. There's no good position here. Okay, that's good. 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Don't soft lock, don't soft lock, don't soft lock. Okay, I hope it hasn't soft locked. It looks like it hasn't, because the boss is there instead of hovering up by the bit before the puppeteer. Right, 14 on this. Okay, the boss is up here, so yes, it has not soft locked. Uh, 7 and 3. 3 and 7. God, yeah, eating that that wrap just before this run, it's just put a, like, tickle in the back of my throat. So sorry if I'm coughing a lot throughout this run. Right, it's at 21. Um, 9 and 5. 5, 9. Okay, 3 till last. 5, 7, 9. Alright, spread the damage. Alright, that's enough. 5, 7, 9. Oh, that's... didn't mean to be stuck in there. 7... 5, 9... 3 till last. Leave the tangle trap. Get out my way. Bro, please. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Feels like I was a little slow to this. Everything's moved over to the right, so do I. Oh, that... Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first one. Oh, this might be tight on the third phase. And also, hopefully it hasn't soft-locked. Looks like we're okay. Looks like we're okay on the random soft lock that sometimes happens for no reason. Why did I blink over there before I'd killed the shank? That's not a good sign. That shows that I'm zoning out. We don't like that, do we? I don't. Yeah, don't let my mind drift. Lock in. Get this solo flawless done. Never have to do it again. Right, 2 and 8. $21. Ooh, and an animation cancel. Love it. 9. 1. 1 9. Okay, 8 till last. 1 2 9. Right, spread the damage. Eight till last. 1 2 9. Right, 1. 2, 9. Leave a tangle trap. And 8 till last. Oh no, that's bad. Bad tether, bad tether, bad tether, bad tether. Oh no, this is not going to be a clear. No. I knew it. I knew it the second I put that tether down. Stuff like that just makes a difference. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue because I still need more practice at Puppeteer with my new strat with the Lotus Eater. And if you are seeing this on YouTube, it was a very good Puppeteer. Oh, do you know what? I've messed up my... okay, I just need to do a manual reload. And then fire one more just to make sure. Do another manual reload. Okay. Yeah, if you're seeing this on YouTube, that means it was a very good Puppeteer, and I went, screw it. Just take my word for it. You can see that that's obviously three-phaseable. I've three-phased many times. And I've stopped caring. Especially because you know that if I do reset, it's going to end up... The next run's going to be a soft lock, you know, after the second phase. Or something like that, just to make it more annoying and more time consuming. Alright, 14. I mean, the second I start damage phase, it's basically going to go final. Like, oh, that's just heartbreaking. Ah! Come out a bit more, please. Thank you. But yeah, the most important thing really for me is a good Puppeteer. It's a good 4-phase Puppeteer, and obviously still being solo flawless, so... Oh no! Okay, got stuck on some scenery. Seven and 6. Wait, have I not picked up an orb? Like, this feels so weird to like get that many kills and then have not picked up an orb in all that time to give myself unraveling rounds. And then the unravel all got wasted anyway in mid. Yeah, it's just annoying that this encounter is very much an element of RNG to it about the servitor movements. Because, like, I know I slightly misplaced that tether, but still that would have been a 3-phase clear if servitors had played nicer on, you know, on any of those 3 phases, basically. If one of the servitors that drifted off to the side had just been in mid, this would be a 3-phase clear right now, so, like... Just annoying. Not really anything you can do about it. other than reset, but I'm not doing that. I'll probably just throw and like die at first phase of Puppeteer anyway, so you know, whatever. 8 and 1. 1, 8. Okay, 8 last, 1, 6, 7. I mean, I don't even need the super, do I? But I have a thing where like I don't like doing something different, because as soon as you interrupt the muscle memory of what you're used to doing for like run after run after run, like incredible things will happen that you've never seen before, that you just don't anticipate and that you're not prepared for because it's different muscle memory, and you mess it up for no reason. So still gonna do everything. Right, 8 last. Even the tangle trap, which is definitely not needed. I will just put it wherever. Wait, that didn't make a tangle. Okay. 8 last.
Threat neutralized. All researchers report for contamination protocols. No life signs detected. They're on guard.
I'm considering that a 3-phase. I don't care. I might not put it in the title or the thumbnail, but that's a 3-phase. Come on. For all intents and purposes. Right? 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 Anyway, let's just have the best Puppeteer that I've ever had now to compensate. Oh, one sec, gonna blow my nose. Okay. So let's get to Puppeteer, and then I'm going to use my new strat that I had on the last run, where I got a practice clear, of turning the game volume up to 1,000,000% in my headphones. Which, believe it or not, actually works to help keep me focused
Our energy shouldn't be that color.
and locked in and stop throwing. Oh, that's some damage. Uh-oh. Okay. Fine. Right. And then we shoot all of these. Okay. Go straight for the servitors, try and get them out of the way before the ice crystals ruin my day, and failed to do that. Where's the servitor gone? It's there. Okay, nice. Don't do it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Got lucky with a lot of the crystals not getting too much in my face. Right, there's something here. Oh wait, it's not our buddy, is it? No. Yeah, sometimes the servitor boss appears there, even though he's long dead. Okay, I'm just gonna have a sip of drink. And we'll go when that one goes. Alright. Yeah, that bit's basically the same every time now. It's pretty good.
Stay back. That exoframe is the center of the corruption.
Okay, mute my second screen, turn the volume on the game up to 11. Alright. Yeah, 43 minutes on this recording to get here. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good considering that it was a 4-phase server as well. I mean, a 3-phase, because I'm counting it as a 3-phase, right? Right? We're all singing that same tune, right? On the same page about that? Alright, focus, lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in, don't throw, don't throw, don't throw, don't throw. Alright, we got the good side. Oh, that was very good. Just need to get these now. Three, yeah.
That thing is in the lower stacks.
Okay, everything's banked. Alright. Alright, that's fine. Bro, what am I hitting? That's so weird. I was like... The manticore float was like getting denied by something. How long have I been live? 5.5 hours. Ooh, I might hit the 6-hour memory leak crash at the end of this run. Better get it done quick then. Right, no messing around. Right, bolt charge 8, I don't like. I don't like that there's a guy behind me right now. Okay, it's fine. Just gonna dunk this. Get the bolt charge up and then waste it deliberately. Which I should be able to do pretty easily with this. Yes, instantly. Love it. So the reason I can't have bolt charge up is because when I throw the moth or overshield for myself, the damage moth will fly to a random clone, and if it's the wrong one, it can survive a moth on its own. It cannot survive a moth and a bolt charge, and if that's the wrong one, then it's a wipe. Bro, which one is it? It's this one, right? Bro, please, for the love of God. Okay. That was so confusing because I knew that the one I was looking for was weak, but obviously the moth had tracked to the other one on this side, so they were both weak. Oh no. Oh my God, that would be the heartbreaking way to wipe if that had caused that. Is there any special ammo there? No. Oh yeah, I killed that one myself, so there won't be. This one there might be though. No, okay. So because I swapped the loadout that's got special weapons on before the clean room bit goes off, sometimes you end up with a ton of special ammo like in that room. And so far, no special ammo. Oh, I need bolt charge. Wait, how do I... Oh, because it ran away and it delayed. The jolt from the Ascension wore off. Normally, that's how I make sure I have bolt charge at this point. Okay, I'm just going to have to wait for my dodge. And then I'm going to have to come in here. Do this. Okay, that's giving me bolt charge already. That's fine. Got the explosive light. Still 0 special ammo. That's really weird. I've got double finder and I'm using exotic primary. It's because the game heard me be like, oh, I'd better not take too long because the memory leak might get me. So now it's making me do ammo farming. joking me, man? Okay, please just... No one's dropping special for me, really? Oh my god. Right, so I'm gonna have to do this. I have to do this over and over until I get some special ammo. That's fun. What a cool way to make this a really clean run, huh? This is rare. I don't normally have to do this. Like, every now and then, but, like... This is wild. Sometimes I have full special just coming out of that first corridor. Just from the marauders that are in there. And then this time it took me both entire rooms full of ads to get one finder brick. Alright, that 40, I need another. He's going with full, just to be safe. The silly things you have to do because Bungie thinks having ammo in this game is a exploit. Like, there's no time limit. Why don't you want me going into damage phase with full ammo? Like, it's really weird. Even if there was a time limit, why would you want me going into damage phase without any ammo? Like, strange design choice there, Bungie. Right, anyway, focus, focus, don't throw. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I love it when the threaded spike doesn't sever the boss for the extra 10%. Love that. You hit it, it just doesn't sever. It's not great damage. Not great damage. I should have just fired those last two like GLs, no matter what. That was a bit silly of me. I think I'm getting confused by the Withering Gaze. My priorities are not quite where they should be. And I'm trying to get those weakens off to maximize damage when actually just dumping the heavy would be better. Not that I had that much, I only had 2 more shots. So on that phase, less critical. But on another phase where I get more ammo during damage phase, I should definitely not worry about the Withering too much, especially if I'm healthy. And I should only really use the Withering to give myself that overshield. I forgot to check this, but yeah, that's fine. Still got my artifact all in place. Also, I would have lost a lot of damage because boss didn't get severed by the melees, right? But it should have done because it hit. Alright, let's go for it.
Threat level Omega.
Okay, bad side. No, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Thank you. Okay, 4.
That thing is in the lower stack.
Hey. Right, no bolt charge. That's fine. Just throw this. I hate you. Right, okay, I'm just gonna do this. I never normally use suppressor, but like I am on this occasion gonna use suppressor. Oh, it's not drawn to it. That's kind of weird. Alright. I can deal with damage. It's just the radiation I don't like. Yeah, if they're being annoying and they're just blocking the corridor the entire time, I'll do that. Normally I don't bother. Whenever the doors close like that, I just assume there's like 4 radiation puppets and 3 marauders just ready to annihilate me the moment it opens. So, hence the preemptive moth. Uh-oh. That didn't work. I saw a damage number. I'm pretty sure I saw a damage number. But I just don't think it counted. Okay. Okay, good on heavy, good on bolt charge, good on armor charge, good on explosive light, so just need special ammo, that's it. There should be some on these bodies now, and I won't need to do the farming thing again. Yeah, there was some there, there's some here as well. Because I have double primary loadout for the first rooms. Basically no special drops until I swap to this loadout that has a special weapon on it. And you're probably thinking, oh, why are you using double primary instead of a thing with a special? Well, if this is the run, then I'll explain that all in the loadout section at the end of the video. Okay, I have max ammo. So just this to prevent a soft lock. Everything else is good. Alright. He's trying to do really good damage here. No! What the... That's crazy what just happened there. Body shot. Are you joking me? That was a body shot. Dude, that body shot denied me being at 50% here. Oh, I'm gonna have to do really good damage phases on the next two. How the hell was that a body shot? That's the problem with having like a bolt charge happen and it makes it flinch. I'd almost rather not have the bolt charge because the damage of bolt charge is like negligible. Hang on, I'm just going to check. Actually, am I going to check something? No. I'll save a clip. I'll check it later if it doesn't work. Because I'm shooting with my gun, then I'm Transcendent, then I'm Transcendent Nade, then I'm Melee, then I'm Heavy. Is the hits with the other two wearing off? Am I getting bait? Going to 0 HP though, because I GL'd a puppet was not good. I need to be way more careful of that. Good thing I'm at 100 resilience, right? Because if I was at tier 9, I would have actually killed myself. Right, let's make up for it. Let's bring it back. 4 phases possible. Okay. Ooh, I don't like this radiation. That's a lot of radiation. Let's just run back and forth a bit, even if we're over the boss. I do not like this one little bit. Oh my god. Oh, dude, why did it swap off? Sometimes I do a weapon swap and it like... Did the other one die on its own? Oh, it did. Okay, cool. Where you at? Okay. Alright, 4.
That thing is in the lower stack.
Alright, anti-gravs are full. There's no... Okay, I'm going to have to use a moth. That's fine, though. Oh god. Get out, get out, get out. Is weapon swap on your shonky mouse? Yes. So yeah, I know exactly why it's happening. I shouldn't really mention it, because people in the know are just going to blame me, rightly. Look, I have my keybinds, I like them, it's just every now and then they sort of completely let me down. But the times they don't let me down, they're fine. We're chilling, mate. I listen and I don't judge. It sounds very not judgy. Alright, we're good. And then sometimes there's just no puppets here at all. It's really weird. Wait, what's going on here? I don't like this. I'm confused. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
It's returning to the anomaly.
Alright, there was no special ammo here, was there? Nope. Annoying. Oh, there's a ton there, though. Wait, I swear I saw 2 full special bricks, and that only gave me 16. Are you joking? Alright, bolt charge is ready, though, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, there we go. That's full. Yeah, see, sometimes that happens, but then on the first run of this, I just had to sit and farm the bloody scanner guy over and over. Okay. Oh, I didn't kill the only one I really desperately need to for the mechanics. Okay, at least I got it there. Did I? Oh, I didn't melee. Okay. I massively overcompensated on that one. Alright. Alright, just chill out, do exactly the same thing again, and we're good. I'm just going to wait for my ascension and my second moth. Yes, I am a coward. Alright.
Thrust level only.
Chill, chill, chill. Just do the same thing. Lock in, focus. Oh, we had the bad side again. I was really hoping it would be nice to me. Alright. I'm going to do a lap. Throw. Okay, 4 again.
Is in the lumber stack.
Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I wasted a bolt charge and a tangle. That was silly. It's fine. Moth, moth, moth. And then I'm just going to chill out. Just going to chill out here. Got my anti-gravs ready. Just going to get a moth back, and then we're good. Okay, I have a moth. I have an ascension. I have a fully charged anti-grav. Wait, this is the one with the lights, yeah. Okay, bolt charge 6. You're in a bad place. Do you know what? I'm gonna get my bolt charge up here and waste it because I don't feel like messing around when I get to the other end. Bolt charge ready. I just need to. Oh, do you know what? It's going to get wasted when I throw my melee to make the tangle at the other end anyway, so that's fine. Oh my god. Going into that corridor and it looks like that, I've literally lost flawless runs to something that looked identical, so... Ugh. Right, this is full, this is full. I have a moth. I have an ascension. I'd have to make sure that I hit the ascension on the thing that I want to kill. Okay. Anti-Cross Enjoyer. Hello, this is my first time here. What a time. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, this is at the end of a flawless run, so hopefully this will be it. For me, but we shall see. We shall see. Don't want to jinx it. Don't want to get too complacent. I have lost many a run by zoning out and not paying proper attention. Ah! Right, I need more special ammo. Need to build up the bolt charge. I think I'm good on orbs. Oh, there's a load of special. Alright, full on special. Yep, got explosive light. Just need a little bit more bolt charge. And then we will prevent the soft lock on the scanner just in case. Just in case. Don't want to jinx it. And of course the music changes just to make me feel really comfortable with the situation. Okay. Right, everything's good, everything's loaded. Oh, I don't have my melee. It's okay though. That's it, right?
Signal fading. Anomaly shut down.
Yes!
The corruption took control of everything. It forced the construction
Oh my
of an
god,
army.
finally!
It could have ruined so much more than it already did. And these facilities are wrecked.
Oh my god, my hands are shaking.
Population counters.
Yes! Oh, you were here. It is real. Oh, get absolutely you. There's no way. What's the mission summary? 8609. That's pretty good. Less than an hour and a half. So yeah, coming back to it, getting a 4-phase now feels great. So in terms of loadouts, first up, the artifact. I didn't change any of these throughout the run, even though I could have done. I could have taken off Limit Break at Raneiks, the Servitor boss, and put on Particle Recon for helping to deal with the Machine Priest, but I didn't really need to, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't forgetting to put stuff back on when I got to Puppeteer, so I just ran the whole thing with the same mods. So all of these are pretty useful at different times. Volatile Marksman mostly at Puppeteer when I'm using the Manticore for ad clear and defeating the puppet clones. Unraveling Orbs that help to ad clear at Raneiks, as well as the boost giving me extra damage on my Wicked Sister Heavy GL at Puppeteer. Val Weave, generally quite handy for ad clear. Dielectric helped me get Bolt Charge at Puppeteer. And Bolt Charge was happening during the Servitor boss, but I didn't like use it deliberately or anything. It was just proccing occasionally, a lot of the time at the Machine Priest when it spawned in. Maligned Harvest, and especially the boost for it, is why it's so good to run this on Hunter right now in Act 3 of Heresy, because applying Weaken gives you the small overshield, and that's just so good for survivability at the Puppeteer. Horde Shuttle helps with damage, and I think that was happening at Puppeteer. I wasn't really paying close attention, but if it was creating threadlings that were then dealing extra damage to the Puppeteer, then that's great, just helps confirm the 4-phase. Gold from Lead, also very good at Puppeteer, so that if I was getting special bricks drop during damage phase as I defeat the puppet clones, it had a chance to give me some extra heavy ammo to use at the end of the phase before the boss went immune. And Limit Break, that's useful in the first encounter because any buff that you have to Golden Gun, either Limit Break or Radiant, or if you apply a Weaken to the Brig, means that you can body shot one hit the small Brigs. So that's why I throw my Healing Nade to give myself Restoration, pop Goldie, kill the Brig, and then that also extends Restoration massively because of the fragments I've got, as well as giving extra damage to my Goldie for Puppeteer. I don't think it really has any impact on Tether at Raneiks, but if you know if it does anything to Tether or not, leave me a comment because I'd like to know. And to Shreds, and similar to Horde Shuttle, I think it's proccing at Puppeteer during damage phase. It's hard to sort of tell the damage that it's doing. It's not super obvious, but if it's doing extra damage and that helps secure the 4-phase, then all the better. And otherwise, it's just really good for ad clear because I'm using a lot of strand effects at Raneiks and at Puppeteer. And then as for the actual loadouts, because I had so many of them, I actually had 9 loadouts throughout this dungeon. I'm going to try and keep it really quick, really brief. If you want like really detailed information about why I did a particular thing or why I had specific mods on, just leave a comment and I'll be more than happy to explain in more detail, but I'm going to try and keep this short for now. So this is my just general strand build that I use for the intro and for getting around. This is the first encounter, Solar, just a really simple Celestial Nighthawk, Golden Gun and Parasite build. And then for Raneiks, the Servitor boss, one prismatic loadout for this because I'm using Envious Assassin. And since they nuked that perk, anytime you change a significant part of your loadout, you lose all of the overflowed rounds that you've built up. So you can't really risk changing anything. So I'm using the class item with Foe Tracer and Sit Arachne. So Tether, Acrobat Dodge, Blink, you could just have normal jump, doesn't really matter. Threaded Spike, Duskfield, Ascension, Stylish. Factor Blessing, that's for health regen on melee final blows, basically just for the shank before damage phase, just so that if I'm weak when I'm running in there, that helps me survive that. Overshield on Orb pickup is super OP. Facet of Command, so freezing a target can reload my mag. That's basically why I have the Duskfield on. So after popping the Tether, I throw that behind the boss, so it's just sitting there lingering, and as the small servitors pass through, sometimes they freeze, and that can actually get me an extra shot or two in the mag at the end once it gets below 7 on the waveframe. It's only a small amount of damage, obviously, at that point, because most of my buffs will have worn off, but sometimes your damage phases are very tight, as this one where I just missed out on the 3-phase demonstrates. So sometimes that can be the difference maker, and that's why I had that on. Obviously, Dawn for powered melee hits to go Radiant, that's pretty standard, and Protection for damage resistance. You might think, why don't I throw the Hailfire Spike Grenade? And honestly, I tried loads of different rotations on this. And my most consistent damage phases were where I didn't throw this. Basically, the more stuff you're having to do in your setup and build up for damage, the higher the chances that you're going to run out of time at the end of the phase and your last few GL shots are going to hit immune. And really the damage that this benefited from, like one shatter and one ignition, didn't really compensate for that. So that's why I never bothered throwing it. And I found it was quicker to just tether into the Dusk Field, into the Ascension, into the Transcendence, and then a quick melee just to apply Sever so that there's some unraveling things going on because of the artifact, as well as refresh the Radiant just before I dump the mag of the GL. And then for Puppeteer, I had 5 loadouts. If you're trying to do something like this, you don't really need 5. I was just trying to be super optimal about it. And anytime I ran into a problem during my practice runs, I would try and optimize around it. And if I felt like I could benefit from it, I made a loadout with a few little tweaks to it. You could really get away with 3. 1 for running for the rooms, 1 for the Celestial Pop, and then 1 for dealing damage with the class item that I'm using, Foe Tracer Sitarachne. I have seen a lot of runs where people just leave Celestial on the entire time. Fair play, if you can make that work for you, go for it. I just preferred popping with Celestial and then swapping to the Foe Tracer Sitarachne for extra weapon damage and survivability. And the reason I have duplicates of 2 Celestial loadouts and 2 Foe Tracer Sitarachne loadouts is because I got really lucky with this Wicked Sister that I wasn't even farming for, I just got it accidentally, that has all these perks on it, so I can combine Field Prep Explosive Light at the start to have more ammo in reserves plus massive burst damage from the 7 Explosive Light shots, and then swap loadout to have it on Envious Arsenal Bait and Switch to be able to get that extra 30% damage buff from bait for the rest of the phase. So for the abilities, aspects, and fragments, obviously Goldie. For the running loadout, I put on Marksman Dodge just so it would recharge quicker and I could use the Ascension in the Radiation Puppet rooms more often. That then gets swapped to Acrobat Dodge for the DPS loadouts. Just Triple Jump, Threaded Spike, Magnetic Grenade, Ascension, Threaded Spectre. You don't need Invis here, and it's much better, in my opinion, to have 6 fragment slots. And the Threaded Spectre is actually huge in distracting enemies during the ad clear portions. Courage, so that I get the extra 10% from my Goldie when the boss is affected by a darkness debuff, which is Sever that comes from my melee. Sometimes the melee would hit and it wouldn't sever the boss. I comment on that, I think, in the first phase. It's really annoying. I don't know why that happens. It just does sometimes. Facet of Hope, so my class ability regens more quickly. That's because I want to be able to use my Ascension for Radiant as much as possible at damage phase. Dominance, so my Magnetic Grenade will weaken the boss. Dawn, so powered melee makes me Radiant. Protection for extra damage resistance. And Facet of Purpose, so when I pick up an orb, I get Restoration. So for the running loadout, using Moth Keepers, just so that basically on command, I can just give myself a small overshield. Special finisher, so that I can store armor charge before DPS. And I'm not actually using any finishers or generating special ammo. In hindsight, probably should have, because on that first phase of Puppeteer, I was actually running around because no enemies were dropping bricks for me. So probably, if you're going to copy what I did here, using the double primary for the running loadout, and then swapping to a special before damage, maybe you do actually want to do a couple of finishers to leave some bricks lying around, because it's very easy to get 3 orbs back before damage starts anyway. And then speaking of double primary, Manticore, I actually love this gun now. For a long time, I was using Manticore as the ad clear weapon in the middle of damage phase when the nuke enemies spawn in. And it worked great. The problem was I would run out of the anti-grav thrusters at a bad time quite often and land in the middle of a load of lightning, and it wasn't as quick to get up in the air and start firing to give myself that overshield in the heat of the moment. I actually much prefer the Withering Gaze Lotus Eater, even though you have to ADS for a second and a half to prep that shot to apply the weaken to give you the overshield from the artifact. It worked out much better for this. But for the running phase, pre-DPS, I still prefer using the double primary with Manticore. So this one mostly for dealing with the radiation puppets. You go in the air, you deal damage, it gives you a damage boost, it makes enemies less accurate, and it gives you an overshield. It's actually just really great, especially because it keeps you up in the air away from the radiation field. So particularly the 2 lower rooms, it's really good there. I don't think you need it necessarily in the top room, but yeah, the 2 lower rooms, I found this incredible. And Imminence, basically for Puppeteer, I wanted to crutch on having a Chaos Reshaped weapon on the entire time. Because you're in combat for so long, for all the mechanics as well as at damage phase, you'll quite often have Chaos Reshape times 2 up, which means that every, I think it's 7 seconds or so, you just get a chunk of healing, just like you picked up a orb with recuperation or something. I have Synergy on the Lotus Eater because when I'm doing Ad Clear in the middle of damage phase against the nuke puppets and the other ones running around, I want there to be a chance that it spawns a Void Breach. I also have Insulation on my DPS loadout so that if I make any orbs during that Ad Clear phase, that will also give me class ability because I'm on Acrobat Dodge and that has a very slow base cooldown. This one has Utility Kickstart, again, so that when I pop the Ascension mid-phase, it'll use up any armor charge to give myself some dodge cooldown so that I get it back in time in the nuke room. And because I'm on Foe Tracer, I'm actually not using armor charge for surges, so that doesn't matter that I'm spending all the armor charge getting my dodge energy back. And instead, what I'm using is a lot of the font mods. Font of Wisdom for super recharge, Font of Vigor for melee, and on the Explosive Light loadout, I've actually got Font of Agility on 2 to give me some extra mobility. And those are all because the timing of when my abilities come back and are ready to be used again, the margin of error is so short. If you look back at my damage phases, like as I'm going into the nuke room, my grenade, my melee, my dodge are all at about 95%. Sometimes even my super as well, like the last little bit will just be passive time-based generation. So all of these font mods help massively so that I'm not just standing around like a lemon waiting for my abilities to recharge again instead of actually dealing damage. And that's about all I can think of for now. Again, if you have any more detailed or specific questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer them. I think I am going to put dim links here, but mileage will vary because it all depends on what stats your armor has, especially because at Puppeteer, stats, as I just explained, were really, really important for getting my ability cooldowns back in time. But obviously with dim links, mileage may vary. It's not quite as simple as just equipping a loadout and then you're going to do this thing really easily as well. You need to understand how the build works and the basics of it and how it applies to each encounter. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave any questions in the comments and I'll see you on the next one.